of Lubavitch should be a challenge to the rest of the world to follow. Yeah. There's so much. If I bring the whole night, just about challenge. But it took a long time, and then finally, soft kol soft, the book was ready. Yud Hashanah. The last article in the book is about Shavuos. And if you look in the book, you'll see there's only a few lines, 3 or 4 lines of text at the last page. And then the end of the page was empty. So quickly he got an artist to draw a picture of someone, say potato or something. And Lapel, my mother told him, she was, at that point she already was fully in, she was in seminary in France. She said, Tati, if you don't go, I'll never speak to you again. Now I know why I get it. And Lapel, he came and he made a beautiful book binding of the book, the first copy. He brought it to the Rebbe. So you guys remember that Yitzhak Hashem Lamed. I was only born Lamed Dalet. But you remember Lamed the Fabrengen. So by the Fabrengen, this part you don't remember. But by the Fabrengen of Yitzhak, what was it, Friday?
Friday was edited.
Tzoi Shabbos.
Tzoi Shabbos. So there was 2 Fabrengens, no?
It was Erev Shabbos in Potato. There was Shabbos Day.
Yeah.
But the actual Fabrengen was Mati Shabbos?
Yeah.
And I don't know, by the Fabrengen,
This
this is what he says, by the Fabrengen, we're sitting there, and they gave him a good place. And by the Fabrengen, they never turned to him and he's like this. Right? What does that mean? A full case, yeah? So it wasn't mashke, but it was wine. But he says that the wine then was strong.
It was stronger than the Fabrengen, the 5%.
Yeah. So the kids said they filled a full case, and he said, "L'chaim to the Rebbe." He said, "I started to feel dizzy, so I put my head down a little bit, and somebody taps me on my shoulder, and I look up. They point me to the Rebbe. The Rebbe's looking at him. The Rebbe goes like this. So the kids say, "Angefüllt." He says, then it wasn't the issue of my head spinning. Then I felt like the room was spinning. But so I put my head down again. Nachabissel, Nachamo, tapped him on the shoulder. And I lift up, pointed the Rebbe, a huge smile. The Rebbe goes like this. So the kids say, Nachamo. At that point, it wasn't about being dizzy. I felt like I needed some fresh air. So I went outside, left the Fabrengen, and he went out. The kid, he goes into the Fabrengen, after, this is kind of cutting a long story short, but he went, and after Yitzhak, he had Yechidus, standing outside Yechidus, and that night Rabbi Krinsky was taking care of Yechidus, and he got the pictures back, the developed pictures of the Rebbe, putting the crown on the Sefer Torah. He saw the picture, the last article is about Shavuos. And here you have a picture of the Rebbe putting the crown on the Sefer Torah. He says, Ray Krinsky, do you have tape in your office? Could you get me tape? No, he first asked, could I show the pictures? Could I be the one to show the pictures to the Rebbe? He said, sure. And then he says, you have tape? And he ran and got tape, and they taped in those pictures into the back of the book. I'm very embarrassed to tell this part of the story, but it just shows the kind of relationship that he had with the Rebbe. It was very not typical chassid. But when he walked into the room, he opened the book to the back of the book. And the Rebbe had been pushing the whole time for the book to be ready. He said to the Rebbe, we were waiting for you. Turned the tables and he said to the Rebbe, he showed the Rebbe the picture. So the Rebbe sees the picture and he says, see, there's a picture of me in the end of the book. He knew from the previous drafts, I know there's a picture of me in the beginning of the book. And there's also pictures of me throughout the book. I think there's 3. I think, maybe less. And And the Rebbe said, won't people say this too much, Rebbe? So without missing a beat, the Rebbe turned around and says, I thought that's what Lubavitch is. The Rebbe in the beginning, the Rebbe in the middle, and the Rebbe in the end. Yeah. And he said the Rebbe became so serious. He says, no. Lubavitch is over 200 years old, and I'm only 68. It's actually interesting. The front cover of the book is not the Rebbe, it's the Alter Rebbe. And then the Rebbe turned to me and says to Mr. Rader, I noticed that you are missing for part of the Fabrik. To me, this is the best Fabrik. He saw so many Yechidus and so many stories, but to me, this was the best. My Zayda said to him, after 3 of the cups, I needed to take a break and get some fresh air. So the Rebbe said to him, I hope I didn't cause you any harm. So my Zayda said to the Rebbe, Chas v'shalom, a Rebbe can't cause anybody harm, but I'll be honest. It's so funny how like their relationship wasn't like the way you see how he spoke to the Rebbe. But I'll be honest, I do feel bad that I missed part of the Fabrik. So the Rebbe said to him, Shalom, listen to this line. He said, you didn't miss anything. Because when a Rebbe speaks to a chassid, it's Mishamas. Good story?
Yep.
Rebbe, Shamas Misham. Unbelievable. I don't know why. Shalom, you're the only one who understands what I'm talking about. Nobody else gets me.
Everybody gets it.
No, you understand what I'm saying. The Rebbe has been looking after me. Shalom, yeah?
Yeah.
Big time, big time. Shabbos, Shabbos.
The Rebbe kam on verbracht.
Huh?
Der Friedrich Rebbe kam on verbracht mit Bochum bei der Rebbe Rashab. Und hat sich zugeschrieben zur Bochum, so bis sie besuchen, wo der Rebbe Rashab hat ihm gesagt. Und hat mich nur umdrehen. Einmal, noch einmal. Ich kannte couldn't get out of it. Hat gefunden, dass sagen, dass ein Wort nicht sagen. Hat gesagt, aber dem verbringen, und der Rebbe gesagt, er soll L'chaim. Und der Rebbe gesagt, was meinst du? Das ist Poshet. Als es gesagt, soll L'chaim, mit das Nefesh zu Nefesh, Ruch zu Ruch, Neshama zu Neshama, Chai zu Chai, Nechid zu Nechid.
I remember when after I did it after work, so on the plane, for 7 hours, home, I wrote down stories that he had told us. I guess a bit of therapy.
Hmm?
It's like therapy. I don't know why. There's no mucker for this. He had 3 children. Tzach, Israel Chayim. 3 children.
Sehr interessant. Very unique Chasana. Wenn wir uns besser ab. So gegeben,
No, it's a fetter.
Huh?
Fetter.
I don't know, Vetter.
Why?
Mexico.
How did it come that
Hat sie gegeben, der Rebbe zu gegeben mit der Chasana, gebe Present. 8 Tichuch. Wo ist gewähne Beziehung von Handkerchiefs? Eins ist als Papers, du stellst auf Beziehung.
By the Chasta?
Matone für die Chassana. I don't know, by the Chassana, Matone für die Chassana.
You know that my wife has one of them?
Okay.
Gave her, she was an old girl, so she was 24 years old and she hadn't got married. And Truma, his wife,
Give it to
used it for a deck tip.
Huh? Und Poil und so gehabt 8 Kinder. 8 handkerchiefs and he had 8 children. When Judel Kinske gehört die Meise, das ist echt interessant. Der Rebbe hat 10 gegeben, 6 Stichloch, und ich habe 6 children.
Wow. Wow.
Rebbe Krinsky.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm looking for your Turkish.
Huh? Was?
I'm looking for his Turkish.
You know that the
Handkerchiefs
story of
are
my
fancy.
mother.
Ausgleich hat
You know that,
Ausgleich ganz
Yeah.
präzis.
you know that my mother,
Ik ken weet
my mother once went by the Rebbe.
Oh yeah.
The Rebbe gave her $3. I said, "This is for your children." She was very, very taken back because she asked 14. 60 children. Maybe you give 14. One, what? Mama, Nachtem is given meistens mit 3 Kinder. One of them was with me. Every Friday, I used to go Messiah. Shalom, my friend. David ist auch der Beste. Kein gesund. Stark. Arroy ist ein... This is a... So Shalom, we should march together out of Golis. Like by the Great Parade. We should march in the greatest parade out of Golis.
Let's have
L'chaim?
greatest L'chaim.
What are you gonna have? Here. L'chaim, David Shalom. Shemimala the shlichus from the Lord.
Amen. L'chaim, L'chaim. Mashiach back.
Amen.
Be well. Just that.
Shalom, you never heard the stories.
Well, good. Rebbe Peg.
Yeah.
Be well.
Amen.
Amen. David Shalom, stop for 1 minute. I was telling them the story that my mother went by for $. And the Rebbe gave her $3. So this is for your children. So I have 13 siblings. She was like $3, like what? So there was 3 children that had stories right after that. One of them was me. I used to go to Muslim every Friday after Shachris. We went to Muslim to Bond Street.
To where?
It's called Bond Street. It's a place in
Central London.
Central London. I would go, and then I came back. I inherited from Levi Azimov we used to print sichos, and I would go around on to all the shul in Golders Green, and I dropped off sichos. So I would drove my bike, and I had to Golders Green station. Then I got on the train, went to Bond Street, a long route, came back, got on my bike, and then took the sichos in bags and would drive around. And that was like a bike route. I'll never forget. I was driving with Thomas by the Chuna. What? The Chuna. He was a good dog in Golden Green, one of the biggest shuls over there. Right by that street of Golden Green. Yeah. His son of Chaim used to be teaching in Yeshiva, but the Chuna was then we came by the Rebbe called Yarashkem al-Machne. I was driving right by that street, and I saw the car coming with him too late. Smashing into me. I thought it flew in the air.
Wow.
Knocked me off the bike, flew in the air, flying down. The bike. No way. No way. The time. And I got changed and I got Shimmy house. Why? Because a few minutes before that, her daughter, who was in Eretz Yisrael, they were driving. And they didn't put on Waze. There's a way to avoid Arab communities. She got stuck. They didn't put that on. And they went through an Arab village, and a car broke down. She called her mother, frantic. She was going crazy. We're stuck now, and our car is broken down in an Arab village. God is the first man. That's when he called. And he had $1 from it. Crazy story. Kamuma got Pasha, the rest is history. That she got out and everything was okay, it was all good. But he called just after his daughter called to say that she's stuck in it. Shalom. You never heard this story before, but I'm telling you, that night, I wish I could show you the picture in my house. I have a beautiful picture. Label Cohen made me a picture 25 years ago, before I got married, of me getting $1 by the rabbi. Took a picture and made it beautiful. Shem Shalom. I'm telling you a real story, not that I heard from somebody else, but they did have it. I walked over to the rabbi. I never said a word. Never said a word. Machshava. You know the story that Mendel put to us? Machshava. Machshava, ich hab gelernt zum Nehmen. Und es gewinnt der Herz. I came to the Rebbe so many times. So many times. From when I was 6, when I had Yechidus, when I was 12, I gave him my mitzvah. And then afterwards, for Tishrei, so many times I came to the Rebbe. I got so many dollars from the Rebbe. And I carried them with my wallet, in my wallet. And I didn't have anything else. But $32 I had in my wallet. 32. I was standing in the gas station. It's not there anymore. But if you go back to England, in the street where the yeshiva is, Kingsley Way, on the corner, there used to be a gas station. And I was standing there, and I was filling up gas. My mother asked me to fill up gas for her during a mitzvah. I filled up the gas. It takes so much time to fill up the gas. So much time to fill up the whole car with gas. So I took out my wallet. I took out my wallet from my pocket. I started to look through the dollars and the different dates. $32. Looking through each dollar. In the corner of my eye, I see somebody walking towards me. It was too late. Too late. By the time I looked up, he grabbed my wallet. I dropped it! I dropped the gas! I dropped it! I ran after I screamed, "Got him! Got him!" He didn't listen to me.
He didn't understand what got him.
I don't know what he understood. I said to him, I'll give you whatever you want! Give me back the $1. I was left nothing. Nothing. So you hear? And then I thought to myself, Rebbe, I remember when I was 6 years old. I came Chanukah in my house to the Rebbe. I came to the Rebbe. I was in Yechidus. I had Yechidus with the Rebbe. Private. Me and my father. The Yechidus was overwhelmed. Just for Archim only. I don't remember anything from the Yechidus. Nothing. Nothing. The only thing I remember is after the Yechidus. I remember coming downstairs as a child of 6 years old. I remember the 770 being endless. I don't know, to me, 770, Mamash felt like it was endless at 6.
Like the people that have a shul, Heide Aleinu, you know what it says? People that have a shul, they the Heide Aleinu shul. Only time Heide von einem sagt,
you show me, you're asking, you show me inside. Like you show me about the
finish the story, no?
Such a crazy story. I remember coming downstairs. I remember my father wrote down what happened in Yechidus. I remember he wrote the words. What did I remember until? I don't remember now. I remember something about Yaakov, Rivka. That's all I remember. Shalom, I asked my father so many times, where is the notes of my Yechidus? My father is, I don't know what the right words, the right terminology is, but he still has his books, notes from his school when he was a kid. He's not like him. He's so masud that he keeps everything and it's so organized. Blessed be he, the notes of my Yechidus he lost. Begged him for so many years. Tati! This is what's more important. My first Yechidus with the Rebbe. Lost. No notes, no Yechidus. Now, no dollars. Never took everything. What does that mean? Don't say that. Never. What? Someone else took it away? Well, something grab a guy. The never took it away. I remember that. I love him. But nothing happens by chance. It's not a guy took something away. I just give it. The never took it. Never gave it.
Andrei sees it.
No, Hashem knows it. Hashem, I'm not talking. Hashem knows it. Hashem lost it. The Rebbe gave, the Rebbe took. I love you. I do. Hashem knows it. Hashem lost it. The Rebbe gave, the Rebbe gave it. The Rebbe took. That night, I looked at the picture of the Rebbe in my house. God bless Label Cohen. In a beautiful picture. Another surprise. Put it in the back. I'll never forget that night. I looked at the Rebbe's picture. I never said a word. Chutbah, Chabah, Machshava, I needed some attention. needed it. I was working so hard, 24 hours a day. Oh, not like today. Then I used to work 18, 20 hours a day. I worked so hard that I was like, I know who this Ives is, this girl who found the dollar ended up with her daughter, Cyprus. I didn't think she worked as hard as I was. I was so upset. Never! I'm working 24 hours a day. Shami, I don't know if you know, but I was working like crazy. 229 kids coming to the Sudan that year. For me, at that time, $50,000 was beyond my capacity, beyond. She got a dollar. I lost 32. She lost one. She got it back. I remember thinking to myself, Machshava, no word, don't divert. Machshava, one. She lost $1. Show me, Rebbe, $1. Show me you with. Never told this story to you, right? That night, it was 35 years after I was in Egypt. My father, I never spoke to him, sent me a WhatsApp message. I don't know what time I continued working till, but I remember it was 2:12 in the morning. That was the time that I woke up on my couch. And I picked up my phone and I had a WhatsApp from my father. He found the notes of my Sean, you know what the Rebbe told me? He asked me, what's your name? Think about this, the Rebbe. What's your name? In English. Shmario. How old are you? 6. What do you learn in school? Chumash or Siddur? Both. I answered both. I have the notes from the Yechidus. Do you know who Yaakov and Esau is? Who was their mother? I didn't know. And my father whispered in my ear, Rivka. So I said to the Rebbe, Rivka. I heard later that Rebbe used to ask questions in Yechidus until you didn't know the answer. Then the Rebbe asked me, are you in Tzivus Hashem? Very, very proudly, because my mother established Tzivus Hashem in England, in the United Kingdom. I said, yeah. The Rebbe asked, do you have any badges or stripes? Stripes is red. Chanukah Mem Aleph, Tishrei Mem Aleph.
Started.
I said no. And Rebbe said, looked at me, he said, you will go up in rank. And the Rebbe gave me $2. I was a good English boy. I said, thank you. The Rebbe said, "You're welcome." I wish I had the paper in front of me because I have it now in my house. But L'erech b'zeh alosh, the Rebbe says, this is for your family that do incredible work in spreading Yiddishkeit. I needed attention. I partially needed attention that night. So after 35 years, the Rebbe gave me some attention. They say that's not a good thing, but I needed it. Then my father sends me a WhatsApp. He says the Yechidus was written on an envelope. And inside the envelope were $2. I asked for one.
Fine to see it.
Fly. The next year, when Chidan came, I didn't have financial challenges then, or challenges with staff. And the Chidan grew from 29 children to 554 children. It's the third year. 554 children. And my mother called me the night before, the same exact night before the girls came to the Chidan. I didn't answer. I was busy. So my mother left me a voice note, and she said to me, "Shimmy, I know you're busy. It's worthwhile that you call me." So she says, "Call her right away." And she said to me, "Shimmy, we're leaving this house. We lived in 11 Asalton Way with the Rebbe's brachas for many years. Now we're packing up to leave." They didn't leave for 5 years after that, but they were packing up 5 years early. They thought they were going to leave, and they were cleaning up the house, and they found $1 of the Rebbe with my name on it the night before. The next year, you remember the story of I think it's Tesvav Elul? I think, I don't know. Shalom, you know, but tell me, there was something to do with the Siyasas of the Chitzmimim, and something Benegea to 2 years, and the Rebbe Rashab says, Benegea to, you showed this to me. So don't,
3 years of Arlo?
no. Ireland, you showed it.
Wow. Wow.
There was something Benegea to the Kudah of the Ilim Chazaka, that according to Kamadeus, there's 2 years is a Chazaka. Shalom, Arley, come on.
In the Sikh of Kol HaYetzim, there speaks about the 3
There
years.
was something that when they gave to 2 years, as Machlekes, the Rashab.
The Rebbe sagt, the Sikh of Friedrich Rebbe.
What? Come on.
The Rebbe would over mention a lot.
You showed it to me.
So,
I saw it inside.
The Friedrich Rebbe.
Something, no, I think it when they gave the Rebbe Rashab, that there was something that the Rebbe Rashab did for 2 years, and he said that the Kamadeus, 2 years is a Chazaka. When they gave this Yasa, you don't remember what I'm talking about. But you showed it to me. You'll find it. But you understand there's a Nekuda that Kamadeus, 2 years.
Yeah. That Rebbe mentioned a lot of times.
Okay, so I don't know.
Rebbe mentioned a lot of times.
I don't know. You told me
one
when
day,
you gave to Siyasa Dechetzminim, there was something, I don't remember the details, but you remember, you showed this to me.
3 years. Okay.
You'll find it, I guarantee
We
you
know.
that I'm not
We
lying.
know.
If Shalom would take that trachting, you'll say we'll find. But the good is, it's given as Azach, but they get there every Shabbat, 2 years, the Kama day is, anyway, I got $1 from the Rebbe, $2 from the Rebbe first year. The next year was Chidan. So when the kids came the 3rd year for the Chidan, I was 1,000,000,000% sure I would get another $1 from there. Not 100% sure. 1,000,000,000% sure. And when Wednesday night came, before the kids arrived, I was so excited. You know what I did? I was gonna get $1 from the Rebbe. They're Shalom. Like, how are you? I waited. It never happened. But then my wife, Sadiqis, to say the least, she says to me, Shimmy, the girls came when they came left. I went break with them the whole Shabbos. I remember that Shabbos was still. I was sure the whole Shabbos. They came, they left. I was devastated. My wife says to me, Shimmy, maybe this time it's the boys. So I waited the whole garbage. I never got the 3rd year. I was so brachin. I remember speaking to Levi and Yosef Zirkin, the judges, and Father Allah Hashem. I remember them telling them that year there was over 1,000 kids that came out. We went from 45, 229, 554 to over 1,000. It's the 4th year. First year I did this, second year $1, 3rd year over 1,000 kids that came out. I was so sure I would get $1. It never happened. And I was standing at Eastern Parkway by their house. You know, they have like a sukkah in the front. And I said to the lady, and years ago, both standing there, I said, I think people are telling us that it's too big. So they told me, we got so many answers from the Rebbe that we're not using even Efes could say of the Teches.
I told you this.
Levi and Yosef. They wrote into the Rebbe a lot about the Chidan. They did it with Illich was their father, who never took $1 for the Chidan. Never. He always worked for free. And the whole Chidan was established. Illich was. They said we get so many answers from the Rebbe that we're not using even a drop of the Keches that we can. I said to them, I remember standing there, staying there. I said, you get answers. I get bills. 1,000 kids. It cost had gone over the top. There was no way to cover. I remember crying to them, Shalom. 6 months before this. 6 months. My kids begged me. They want to go to England for Pesach. Remember I told you I was taking my Zayda for Pesach 2 weeks before? That was that year. And they had a nephew and niece in Hawaii that they wanted to be together with, and they were going to England for Pesach. And they drove me crazy to go to England. I told them, Cassie, no, it's crazy money to go to England. One day, months before the Chidan, there was crazy, you know these dad deals? There was a crazy cheap ticket. And my kid said to me, Daddy, it's cheaper to go to England than to go to make Pesach here. And we made tickets. I was talking to them after the Chidan, between the Shredesh Nissen and Yidal. Apparently we went to England that year. That was the year my Zayda passed. Unbelievable. when I came to England, I told my children, this is the greatest treasure that my parents have. I took out this beautiful album my parents have, and they have in it all the letters that my parents got from them. One thing that I was did in my life, if there's one thing, told my parents, don't wait till till you die, then your kids will fight. Give away now while you're alive all your letters. And every single child, there's 14 kids, 14, 28 times another 14 is 14, 28, and another 14 is how much? What? 44. Every kid got 3 letters. That's how many letters my data got, a lot more. But they gave away, every kid got 3 letters. So before that was later. But then they had this envelope, this album with all the letters. From the first letter my mother wrote to the Rebbe when she was before she went to seminary, 3 pages English letters, unbelievable letters. And I'm going, you want to see a treasure? And I started to go. I got through it so many times. But my kids, I wanted to show them the Kush. They opened the album. I started to go through it. Okay, Tom. From nowhere. I went through it so many times. If there's anything there that was mine, trust me, I took it. But I opened the album and it fell out. My kids were standing around me. They knew I was waiting for something from the Rebbe. And an envelope. I look at it, it says Shimmy. I couldn't believe it. I looked up. I looked at my kids. What? You know all the stories. Wow. Sean, you hear the story? An envelope falls out, it says Shimmy on it. I opened it up. I never knew. £1 note, English money, on my 3rd birthday. Well, I'll finish with that. I was going out of my mind, 3rd year. An English pound note right there. Suddenly, my grandmother, my mother, walked into the room. My father went behind her. He was there the whole time. And he motions to us, put it away, put it away. So I listened to him. Closed the album. Put it away. And I went over to him and I said, Dad, why? He said, come. He walked up the stairs, went to his room. And he says, you know, your children come to their Baba and they say that they ask, each of them ask for something for the Rebbe, from the Rebbe. They went to Yechidus for many hours. They got hundreds of dollars and notes and lira when they went to Israel and English money when they went to England. So much stuff. And your kids come and they all ask your Baba and Zayda for money. If they see, if you will continue in the album, that we also got money from the Rebbe. And instead of coming to them, they're going to say, go and speak to your Baba, your Speak to your Baba Yazid. You got stuff from the nether. You have dollars from the nether. He says, yes. And in his room, he goes into the closet. He takes out a wallet. And he says to me, this wallet is the dollars that I got. Can I see? He says, sure. I open it up. I start looking inside. Tavshin of Zayin. He has my dollars from my mitzvah. And I came from my mitzvah. One from the Fabrengen of Hamishas and Bishvat, and one from the Sunday. $2. It was the third year of Chidon that I not only got that third year £1, but I got 3 things. 2 weeks later, my Zeta passed. So I flew back to England. I feel so crazy telling this story. Like, why should anyone know this story? But it was by the ship. And everybody was downstairs. As Chatoya and Imaskid Ayah. What's it called? Sticky fingers. So a story is a chrenis, wegen someone that has sticky fingers. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody was downstairs. So I walked upstairs. I knew it. My father showed me where his wallet was in his room. So I go upstairs. I go to his room. I lock the door. Only me and God. I went to the closet. I took out the wallet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My name on the wallet, on the dollar. I couldn't. And I went straight downstairs. I said to my father, I was sitting there by the ship. I said, Tati, you remember when I was here 2 weeks ago and I found $2 with my name on it? If, by any chance, there's still any more dollars with my name in your wallet, would it be okay if I took them? Would it be okay for me to have them? Of course. It didn't take long before I was down with them. Then I told you before that I was by the shiva, and they found a tzavah from my zaydik. And what did he write? What I told you before? My zaydik had gone into had an operation 10 years earlier. He wrote for the operation, I'm going to be having an operation. But sure everything will be okay. And in case Chas Shalom doesn't work out, he wrote a tzavah. Don't write anything fancy. Definitely don't write any lies. Just write as Mekusha B'Leiv Nefesh to the Rebbe. And I had the schus to write Tzvam with it. found the tzavor, and then together with tzavor, he asked, K'nai Harder, he left a lot of Eidiklach or children, Eidiklach or Eidiklach. But he wrote the dollar that I carry with me from the Rebbe in my wallet to give that to Shimmy. That year I got $10 from him. I made a achlata for 1,000 children. I got $10. That was the maintenance we done to have 10,000. And this year we only had 7,300. What we're gonna get? We're gonna get the 10,000. I'm showing nothing in your l'chaim. You're like picking up a l'chaim, but there's nothing in it. It's fun, right? I don't know how. I noticed. So I won't notice before that you were looking at your watch. I'm sure that you had so many other things to do today. The fact that you spent so much time on me, the fact that you're giving me so much time of your own, sometimes crazy times of the day and night. Sometimes I marvel not at you, but I marvel at your wife. How she's able to allow you to help so many people. What's a minute? I'm so blessed. So blessed. I can't, nope, nothing. Only nothing. So the Rebbe took care of the prophet. Right? So right? You're the only one that knows. Nobody else knows. So you leave me. Don't forget to look after me. He's dropped me for so long, for a whole year. You know that Yisrael Neach came to me one year, and he said to me, Shimmy,